What's up? I'm just gonna look and see if this is working. Really enjoyed the videos that I've been making so far. I enjoy them. I entertain myself. Really enjoyed the videos that I've been making so far. I enjoy them. So I'll do some rapping. Life, I've been around, but I haven't seen no places. Most days I spent pacing the basement, faced with disgrace, a basic, insane place to face it. I can feel it inside, something building it climbs like a building and I'm inside, headed to flights, ready to fly, ready to fight, ready to die, ready to keep it steady. I rock heavy, no goodbyes. You can see my mind shines. If you can't buttercup, sweet cheeks pucker up. What the fuck is a thug? I'll fuck you up. You talk tough on drugs, my mind connects like sight from gut. Better be bathing in luck. One love is all I know. One man with metal when I let it show. Powerful, playful, devouring distasteful facts. Cause awake I may react, probably have you reaching for an axe. And when I snap you in half and laugh. Survive the car crash just to have you wishing you hadn't. Mind's vision spinning like the rings on Saturn. Life, I've been around, but I haven't seen all places. Most days I spend pacing the basement, faced with disgrace, a basic, insane place to face it. Life, I've been around, but I haven't seen all places. Most days I spend pacing the basement, faced with disgrace, a basic, insane place to face it. I've been in hundreds of fights, smashing teeth, a catastrophe. And every time I touch the mic, it's just me being me. Gemini, Gaga line, soul under my feet and straight to the sky. Get the fuck out of my way, but I'm pretty sure I've earned my space. The chords adjourn and this melody's headed straight for your face. Who's to judge? Who's with love? Just food for thought. I'm a chef delivering hell food on a plate. Oh, fuck you. Wow, Dazza, what happened, dude? I have depth, and the fact you haven't seen it yet just means I'm here to keep your ego in check. Through your ear into your head, concept spit like atoms and blow. Me, I have breath control. I'm just letting you know. Paint a picture and it's up to show. Life, I've been around, but I haven't seen all places. Most days I spend pacing the basement, faced with disgrace, a basic, insane place to face it. Life, I've been around, but I haven't seen all places. Most days I spend pacing the basement, faced with disgrace, a basic, insane place to face it. Another Skyrider beat. Oh, I haven't done this one in a while. Tupac beat. Check. You sauce. Such a bad. Yo, I'ma roll through life same way that I came in. Mind, body, and soul true. Living life like I'm brand new. No clue who's right, who's wrong, who's the man. What I have is a plan. Who I am is exact as I'm fascinated with the basis of why we laugh. Frustrated by the faceless is why I gab. Mysteries of the cash and how they stab in the back. True dudes noose over their own neck for a paycheck. Displays respect, display Dazza as the true fact. That's all I am, lost in my mind through my speech in the pen. I'ma rise again, resurrect, correct, and just inject respect as I forget regret. Focus, live in the moment, poking with purpose and growing. Fertile smile is important. All aboard, disabording and boarding burdens and branding these burdens. A sizzling vermin, I say nah, I'm like a German, the backstabbing serpents to backhandling my own inner demons. I have the power of He-Man, you better believe it. I'm free, living like I'm already dead. I'm free, so get it in your head. Listen up, it's D-A-double-Z-A. I'm free, I stand up with something to say. It's me, and I'm free. Free speech, free to express and flee. Free floating flowers, rose petals open with the scent of an open ocean and devotion. I'm going, holding hope and intention like a locomotive. Those seem so hopeless, I'm out in the open, holding reality down like gravity. Magically, charismatically, fantasizing fantasies of a life where I'm free. Free to be me, free life intelligence, free to manifest relevance of a way of true love. Paid my dues up, kept my head up, not to use up lies. I'm in this to finish and truly be alive. So distinguish my English and let's go for a ride inside so we can find what we're really here, alright? Procreate, okay, then what? Relocate to a different planet, a new place when Earth is overfilled with our own waste. Oh wait, I will give greed a taste. A couple tricks up our sleeves so humans have to beg and grieve for us. Powers of the loveless, so get some love in ya, or we'll all be finished. Or we'll all be finished. I'm free, living like I'm already dead. I'm free, so get it in your head. Listen up, it's D-A-double-Z-A. I'm free, I stand up with something to say. It's me, I'm free. What's this one? It's called Games. I don't even know what it is. Let's see when I wrote it. August 29th. August 15th I started it. I was so busy on August 15th. So I wrote this in the middle of being so busy with life. I felt caught inside, ill-prepared, shot inside like a lit flare. I thought from inside, steeped like a faucet leak. Spoke like a poetic note, hope like a woman waiting for a man to come home from war. Kids crying and won't sleep. Ask her where did daddy go? Out the window, her vision alone. Empty bed with the blankets to hold. These words, the words he once said seem so far now. Let it go, scream so intense, scared to release in a single note. To a pen she holds inside, explains the untold. Yeah, I totally don't have it memorized, but some deep shit, yo. Man not coming home from war, and a sad woman laying in bed. Here we go. This one's called Consider Me Bart. Oh, I like this one actually. Let me just check my levels. I see you tough to look at. What's up, you suck? Says some hood rat looking at me with six sinister eyes. I'm looking happy, joy increasing from inside. Meditate the vision of freedom and escape from this prison. Pyramid fractals blurring my decision. Steering McCaskill, stirring intuition. Absurd gesture, obscure, pure jester. The king is in the room for sure. The ambiance is delightful when you rhyme, sir. Every ingredient in a blender. Genuine freedom defender. Expose and poser. Push over, sheep go for soldiers. Speak with no content like Homer is out of the park. Their concepts to spear nonsense out of the head. Consider me Bart, eat my short. Yep, that's my report. Eat my shorts. Yep, that's my report. Listen, sonny, I'll take you straight up. Come here and rhyme great. Open your ears up. Yep. Here's about the strength in the face and fears. Well, there's like 4 verses written to this. Eyes pop down sight and sound. I'm sure you heard about blue eyes. I'm sure you heard about blonde hair turned dirty with age. Just a few grays, always never seen better days. Let me explain. Sure you heard about a man that follows a reputation, nostalgic notoriety, unbalanced equanimity, back on course for dinner and tea, trumpets, chocolates and hot sex in the tropics. Dumb motherfuckers regurgitate nonsensical. No testicles, so test a fool. Tisk tisk tap the car, no petrol. Yeti's gassed up, let's be bold. Intellectual test a fool, so reality takes hold and the soul never let go, cause that's how we do. I'm sure you heard about the backdoor route. Sneaky sneaks wearing sneakers that squeak. This is just for you. That one's kind of fun. I'm sure you heard about meow, Florida. I cuddle with my dog. That's how I've been able to go months and months and months without hanging out with any women. I cuddle my dogs. I had to teach him how. Because at first when I'd get into his space and I'd touch his hands, his paws, he hated it. So I just taught him to like it. Now he doesn't mind. He loves me. Heart of gold. Do one more. Something dope. January 20th, eh? I like that beat. So much passion resides inside. Asthmatic gas band, open and contracting eyes, coping with distracting lies. Focus for the moments, love to survive. Joy from times the truth and the purpose align. Annoyed at times the truth isn't perfect, and that's fine. With a voice, the freedom of speech, is screaming I'm alive. It's a choice. Freedom needs speech to survive. It's just noise. You can all see the elders, they teach life that takes poise. Fellows to follow, swallow the pride with each step to deploy stealth, bombing your health. Strikes from inside. So if I ask why, could you honestly say that you knew? I say smile wide and just be the best version of you. So if I asked why, could you honestly say that you knew? I say smile wide and just be the best version of you. So if I asked why, could you honestly say that you knew? I say smile wide and just be the best version of you. January 20th, I wrote that. January 10th, I started that. That was a very sad, lonely month. I wrote that when I was all high on drugs. If you could see how many rhymes I have, there's just like, I don't know. What's this? See, I've been up and down, I've traveled all around. I see you're just another clown, so I walk on by. I walk on by. Okay, I'm done rapping, because all of a sudden I feel really tired. I just record these so I can study them and I can see how good of a performer I am. I've been rapping for 15 years. I've never had a recording device. This is my first time. Go easy. This is my first time. So I'm just learning. This is just for my research as much as anything. Because I just like being on camera. It's funny, the quote-unquote competition, these guys, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but just from my perspective, a lot of times, it seems very forced, and I love being on camera. I love being on stage. I don't sit here and goof, like, I don't just make faces at myself. But as soon as I'm on camera, I do. I don't really know very much about stuff. I think that's one of the biggest issues, it seems like, with people around. Everyone seems to know so much, and I just go, wow, because I ask lots of questions. So I'll be like, okay, what should I do with this? And people are like, you need to do this, Dazza. You need to make sure that you got, and I just go, okay, wow, holy shit, you know so much, wow. And then I put some of them to test, like some of the things they tell me, and I'm like, that didn't work out good. And then I start thinking, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. How do you have so much confidence? How do you feel so confident that you know what the fuck you're talking about, but I mean, it's not, I don't want to say you're an idiot, but you're kind of an idiot. Fuck. I don't understand. I don't understand why people have so much confidence. I don't understand. I just had so much depression. So much depression, so much sad, so many sad times, years and years, and I look at other people and I don't understand how could you be such a fucking idiot and not feel bad about yourself. Personality traits, I guess. And for all those times and all that sadness that I had, which seemed very difficult. I felt victimized by my own realities. I felt sad and alone, depressed. And now that I'm working through it and finding happiness, like through that crazy storm of depth, I'm looking and I'm going, holy shit, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I'm so hard on myself and so depressed. Because some of these other people walking around like, I don't know, telling other people what to do and stuff, and maybe they go home and feel really shitty about themselves. I don't know. Or maybe they just always feel really shitty about themselves, but they're like, maybe it's just heavy denial. And then I started getting to the point where it's like, you notice heavy fucking denial in people, and I don't want to break that. Meaning, I don't want to wake them up to their own delusional thinking, which might cause a complete nervous breakdown when you realize that you're a fucking idiot and that you're being rude and mean and you're stealing and you're hurting people and you're being manipulative and you're blaming other people for it, and then all of a sudden if you wake up to that, oh my god, imagine. I don't want to be the cause of someone. I mean, I do want people to wake up, but because what happens if you wake those people up sometimes is then they blame you. I've had plenty of punches thrown in my direction. People will blame, they spread rumors, they made a website about me, they spread rumors that I'm gay or that I'm a fucking freak or that that I'm manipulative. I'm an actor. I can be very manipulative. I can manipulate the fuck out of you. I could act like anything I want to. I'm very powerful, and I'm just coming to terms with this. But I really don't want to hurt people. It's very important to me. I don't give a shit if you get hurt. It's your problem when I am literally trying to help people. And if you ask me, I will tell you straight up. But the thing is that if people come at me with their fucking delusional fucked up in anger, and if they assume and they just come at me like, "Rah!" Then what do you, I'm a warrior. You're coming at the wrong dude. I'm very good with my words, and I'm very confident physically. I'm very confident mentally. Very confident with communication. Very confident with men and women. I communicate with both. I have high empathy. I have high EQ. I don't know where my IQ is, but I would imagine it's at least average. Meaning, I don't know, when people come at me, I almost have to look at them like, are you stupid? I don't even want to battle back. I don't want to break people's hearts. I don't want to hurt people. But when they come at me, like, dude, I'm fucking nuts, man. I don't understand people. It's like that big pun. I got you physically, mentally, hypothetically, realistically. I'm the epitome of catch and wreck. Catch you when you catch a check. Well, I work really hard. And I think that's what it is. It's not that I have some talent that others don't have. It's that I work so hard to increase my talents. And I strive to... I can strive for whatever I want. It's my choice. And I strive to work harder than anyone. I look at people with work ethics. I study them. Tupac is one of my favorite because he had a very, very hard work ethic. And Eminem, as far as practicing and stuff, I want to work harder than those guys. Not as hard, harder. I want to go about. It's not a competition. I don't need to be better than them. It's not like that. I don't know. I'm very competitive. So when people come at me, I think maybe they're just naive. Maybe they're just fucking stupid. Like, you're really, literally coming at the wrong guy. And I'm nice. People think that I give them a win right off the start. I'll just give you wins. I don't care, because I'm not afraid to lose. I learn a lot more with losing. It's like that. You may have won the battle, but you'll lose the war. I'll give you wins. First thing, there's a win. You'll be like, oh, Daryl, you're a fag. It'll hurt my feelings if you call me things like that. You might even see me get down, and then I just watch, and I watch people. See, laugh in my face. Wow, you're the type of person that kicks someone when they're down. Okay. And I just take notes, and I learn, and I don't want to strike you back. I want to mirror, reflect. I want you to see the type of pain that you're causing people. That's it. Because I want to help people. Even the person that's attacking me and kicking me in the face literally got held down and kicked in the face. Like, the last 3 times I went to my hometown bar, the last time I was getting kicked in the face, held down, because I stuck up for a guy that someone was trying to beat up on his birthday, and I got in the middle because they were my friends. And one of them, there was 3 of us that went over to the bar. One of them was his birthday, and he was getting picked on, and the other guy is now in prison for murder. And the 3 of us were at the bar, and they were trying to pick on the one guy, big group of guys, whatever, and I tried to intervene, help. It's like, you're not gonna beat up my buddy on his birthday. And I ended up getting kicked in the face. I think apparently I kicked a guy in the face and knocked out his tooth and knocked him right out cold. The guy who was picking a fight with my friend, he came to me years later and said that I knocked him right out cold, which I had no idea. Altercations are really intense. Anyone that wants to judge me or any of my actions or anything else should sit down and just ask me, talk to me. I've been in hundreds of fights. And if you haven't, shut the fuck up. Like, for real. You have no idea If you don't know what it's like to be held down and kicked in the face, you're out of your element, Donnie. Donnie, you're out of your element. And I'm not an advocate of violence. Violence is brutal. It's not fun. But unless you've been in it, back off. Ask questions, learn. But shove your judgments up your butthole. Seriously. You can voice your opinion. You can voice your opinion all day. But don't judge. They say, what, gods judge? So if you're judging, that means you think you're a god. The other thing about judgment, to judge means that you've got somewhere, meaning you went through a journey and you've arrived at a place where now you have judgment. You went through this big journey, you've learned the ins and outs, you know this, you know that, you have perspective, you have empathy, you've touched all these, you've experienced it, you've felt it, you've listened, you've talked, you've learned, and now you're in a place where you have perspective, thus you can judge. What human has gone through that and has got to a place where they have judgment? I don't know who you think you are. I don't care who you are, whoever you are. But I don't think you've gotten to that place. I don't know where the fuck because I've been through a lot. And I'm sure you've gone through a lot. Humans, we go through a lot. But we haven't been to a place. So what helped me? A good example for myself with women, because I've been cheated on, left, had money stolen, well, not stolen, I don't know. Women are very cunning in their ways, and I'm very giving. I fucking love women. I will do anything. I'm like shirt off the back type of. So many women have walked away from me, and I've helped them. I helped them out the door. Like, I love them so much, and they're like, oh, I don't know, I think I'm gonna leave. I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you need, here, let me get the door for you. Okay, here, want me to drive you to this other place? Yeah, so many places like that. And what's helped me with judgment and helped me with understanding with women is I just look at it like, okay, I do not know what it's like to be a 27-year-old beautiful woman. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to walk down the street and have guys whistle at me, to have the opportunity to have sex with whoever I want, get laid anytime, get free drinks at the bar, whatever it is, whatever the details are. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. So then that's my perspective. That's how I got through. That's how I'm not judgmental. I just say, I have no idea. I go, wow, what's she doing? Oh my god, she's doing that? Okay. Now she's doing that. Okay. And then I just... People that want to... Like, men that want to judge women, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, man. You're not a woman, and you don't know what it's like. What women go through with hormones, manipulation, abuse, whatever. And vice versa. There's a real movement right now. Women are rising up. It's amazing. But trying to take men down, get the fuck off your high horse. You do not know what men go through. And I do not know what it's like to be a woman. So that's where we really gotta be. We gotta stop knowing so much. People just know so much. How the fuck do you think you know? I don't understand how people think they know so much. They don't. That's the thing. They don't know shit. Socrates? I'm gonna look this up. Socrates, actually I'll look it up right now. At 92 years old, said, now I realize I know nothing. Let's see. I don't know if any of you guys know who Socrates is. I'm sure you heard the name. Smart people, let's see, this is just random. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experience. Stupid people already have all the answers. That's Socrates. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. People think they know so much. You're fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid, naive. But it's fine. The only reason why I'm frustrated with it is because I learn from everyone. I listen and I ask lots of questions to everyone. Everyone. I never had a ranking system. I just asked everyone all the time. And I got a lot of feedback. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. There it is. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. So that's Socrates. That's one of the most famous philosophers of all time, suggesting that he knows nothing. So I don't know who you people are that think you know shit. It's crazy, really. I do have plenty of opinions, so if it seems like I am speaking like I know things, I get it. We all have our moments, but I really listen to a lot of people. I doubt most people listen and talk to as many people as, well, it's just I love people. I listen to a lot. I really get along. One of my good friends that I get along with right now, I work with this 14-year-old girl. She's really smart, and she's great. I gave her a word of advice at the end of the shift. I said, out of everything I said, this is the main word of advice, and I'll share it with you guys. The main one. If I had, I'm just double checking my mind to see if I back this up. As far as saying like one person, it's like that song that says, if I had one word of advice, wear sunscreen. That was his. If I had one word of advice, don't eat GMO corn. GMO corn is poison. Research it. Study it. Then you can tell me. Message me on Facebook. You research GMO corn and then you message me. My research shows that they were using it to sterilize Africans, and they started having the Africans who were working, their eyes were going cross-eyed. Basically, it's sterilization and your gut flora. So it messes up your stomach, and your stomach, a healthy gut. If you don't have a healthy digestive system, all disease comes from that. Whether it's diabetes, whether it's the reason why everyone's getting so sick in Canada, North America, is, well, probably things like GMO corn. GMO soy is equally as bad, or next bad. But it's because their digestive systems aren't working well. Why? They're eating poison. Look at some of the don't eat poison. If you can't read it, if you read the label and it doesn't make, if you can't even pronounce it, why would you eat that? It's so naive, but that's fine. The problem is if you go and have kids now. So they say that the sterilization of this corn, from what my understanding, is that it skips 2 generations, or it takes 2 generations to kick in. So it won't be your kids, it'll be your kids' kids will be sterilized. They will not be able to have kids. So there is a separation happening. I realized this the other day, and I haven't posted about it on Facebook. There's 2 separations, and there's probably more, and that's the thing about philosophies, is that they just endlessly, they're great, they're a lot of fun. So here it is, the separation. Man, or human, like person, from self. We're being separated from self. How is that happening? We're doing what we don't want to do. We're living where we don't want to live. We're working what we don't. We're ignoring our heart and our gut instinct. Our gut instinct speaks to us. We get uncomfortable and we go against it because we're told to. We were told that by teachers, we were told that in class. So we have all these people who are going against their gut instinct. So that's one. It's separation from self. That's happening right now. The other second separation, because of that, certain ones of us, humans, are following our gut instinct. We are learning to follow our gut instinct. We are, at all costs, we are listening to our hearts. We're being separated. The ones who follow their hearts and the ones who do not follow their hearts. There's a separation happening. And there's going to be two types of humans. There's going to be the humans that eat GMO corn and are sterilized and are sick and are dying and are dumb. Their brains aren't working. Factually, it's happening. Because if you eat food that is not healthy and you have work habits that are not healthy and you're doing things that you're living your life and you're not happy and you're not following your heart and you're not training yourself to follow your intuition and your gut feelings, you are being separated from yourself, which is going to separate you from me and others. It's not just me, but I'm actively working very, very hard, painstakingly, to unite with myself and to eat the healthiest foods I can possibly get my hands on, and to live the healthiest lifestyle I can possibly live, and to love myself as much as I live, and to listen to my intuition and to feel my emotions and to be sober through this process. My new album that I'm just got to release, and it's going to happen when it's time, it's called Dangerously Sober. It almost killed me to go sober. You can't just, alcohol is a great, I don't know about great, but alcohol is a medication, and I removed the medication, and you can't just remove a medication. You can literally die when you quit drinking alcohol. I think it's one of the only hard drugs that can literally kill you. But anyways, to go through that, and 5-HTP was a serotonin booster. I took that for over a year. I take almonds, or no almonds. Well, almonds are great, but I eat walnuts like every day. I eat fish oils, coconut oil, tons of it. And I study like acetylcholine, things for the brain, all kinds of things. Once a week I probably implement something new that I take to strengthen myself, and just to make, I just want to be happy. That's the key. If you are striving, what are you striving for in life? We need to ask ourselves questions and ask other people questions that are around us. That's the biggest issue. That's the biggest issue, is that people aren't asking questions. Why? If I meet you and you look at me and I tell you something, it could be any, and I say absurd things. I talk about farting and burping, and I just say, it entertains me. I like it. And if you looked at me and said, why would you say that? For whatever the details was, I bet, depending on the circumstances, how I was feeling in that moment, because we range emotions and everything else, I bet if you asked me why, you would catch me in my tracks, and I would go, what did you say? Why did you say that? I'd be like, you are smart. Smart people ask why. Stupid people, that's a docile. If you have high fluoride levels, you wouldn't even know what I experience. You won't know. You have no idea. Until you remove fluoride and you decalcify your pineal gland, which is like your connection and empathy to other people and your ability to be telepathic, and intuition and things that come with it. If you have high fluoride and chemicals that you're eating, chemicals that you can't even pronounce, you will have no idea what I'm talking about. And you'll probably just land on judgment. You just go, oh, he's an idiot. He's crazy. And you'll never experience it. And like, maybe, I hope you do, but you just say, he's crazy, he's stupid, and then you'll go on with your day and pick up your iPhone and stare at it. And you'll have no idea. I still have a flip phone. Which is neither here nor there, but I've had the same flip phone I bought this second hand 5 years ago. I bought it second hand 5 years ago. It still has the same battery. I don't know, whatever. It's for phoning. You can phone me with this. I text. I still text with it. It's like that. Click, 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 click. It's a phone. I read books. Okay, here's one. 1,000 most important questions to ask yourself. I've had this for like 8 years or something like that. My mom, I think, bought it for me. These are the books that are just sitting in front of me. Black Like Me. This is great. A man painted himself black in 1955, I think, and went around southern United States to experience what African Americans experienced in New Orleans. But I think New Orleans was bad. But then he went to, like the Mississippi. I don't know, like, shit gets crazy. This guy, and then he ends up getting ostracized, and they burn a cross on his yard, like his white family, whatever. Like he I think he ended up moving to Sweden. I think he fucking left the country because he got hated on so much. And what was his crime? Creating empathy. That's how much hate people have. Ignorant as fuck. The interesting ignorance about it, okay, whites hate blacks. Well, I shouldn't say, like the ones who do. The slavery happened, and racism, and from some level it could be understood. Okay, they're black, we're white, we need to protect our people, and vice versa, blacks hating whites, whatever. And that's all. It is what it is. But if we want to really look at it, how slavery works, how people are being enslaved mentally, we enslave ourselves, but we consciously eat the fluoride, we eat the GMO corn. It's going to cause major problems. There's going to be sterilized people in 2 generations. They're not going to be able to have kids. It's too late for you. You're sterilized, man. Sorry. You're a fucking slave. It doesn't matter if you're white or if you're black. They're enslaving everyone who eats that. So say what you want about, like, racism, black and white and this and that. It's happening to anyone who is stupid enough not to notice. So really, there literally isn't a difference between white and black. There's like pigment of skin. It's so dumb. It's like, I would think it was hilarious. I do think it's funny as fuck if it wasn't so brutally horrific for people who have to experience it. I find it very funny to make jokes about things like that, but never at the expense of the people who are being victimized. I don't agree with people who call themselves a victim. Just like a statement. That's like a judgment. I am a victim. Fuck off. I am being victimized. Some people get victimized brutally and a lot. I've been we all get victimized. But you are not a victim. That's a judgment. You are not a victim. That's like to say that you are. You can't. There's nowhere. You can't get out of that. You're a victim, and that's a statement. That's bullshit. I mean, I would never I'd be careful not to tell anyone who's feeling like a victim. Anytime you call someone on their bullshit, chances are they're gonna attack you. If they're crazy, they might attack you physically or even with words. They might try and the first thing they do is, they might try and attack your reputation. But they might, if they're really crazy, then they might fucking try and kill you. Like, it's possible. And by the way, as far as the idea of crazy, we are all, imagine like a sphere. Each human is like this spherical circle. And within that sphere, we are crazy, we are loving, we are joyful, we are human. We are all these things. We have levels of crazy. We all have momentary lapses of crazy. There's no one person, that person's crazy and that person's not. That's illogical. It doesn't work like that. Everyone, we're all connected. Not only that, we're all human. There's moments of crazy. Some people just live in the moment of crazy for longer. Some people are like crazy quite often. They live their entire lives, especially people who have delusional thinking, meaning it's a delusional way of thinking. If you think that fluoride doesn't affect you and you've never tried to take it out of your diet, you it doesn't affect you, but you've never done anything about it, you've never researched, that's crazy. The solution to that level of crazy would be research. What better hands-on research to remove, say, fluoride out of your diet for 6 months? Or, I don't know how long it takes, but I'd need to do more research. I work to remove it out of mine, so it doesn't matter because it's not going back in. Like, as far as I'm not gonna head down. I don't use Crest anymore, put it that way. But the people who will defend fluoride but yet never ever remove it, it's like the people who talk shit about marijuana use but have never smoked a joint. One of the Sigmund Freud, his daughter or something, some woman, and she was a virgin and she was representing like sexual health or something like that, but she was a virgin. It's so fucking crazy. Being a person that has never had sex, I know all about it. It's fucking crazy. That's like a man judging a woman. That's why I don't judge. I work towards not judging women on their actions. I just go, okay, she's doing that. Okay. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I can't believe she's doing that. People who label other people and then ostracize them. They say being ostracized is the worst thing you can do for a human. I've been ostracized numerous times in all different types of communities and groups, and I embrace it now. It really hurt. It has, but I love myself so much, and I want to be ostracized in a way, because then I can then hopefully I can get out of it, and then I can show people, hey, ostracizing isn't good. And the way to show people anything is literally to show them. You can't just tell people things. Like all this, if someone is a avid fluoride user, chances are you're not going to take fluoride out because you heard me talk about it. I don't know why people... That's the thing, is it makes you docile too, which makes you more susceptible to brainwashing, more susceptible to go with the current. I think it affects your creativity. It affects your original thinking. It affects all those things. So, you probably won't remove it. It's just the way it is. So I'm not gonna get all hell bent, bothered. I'm just gonna recognize that you're a different species. You don't have to be. You can come join my side. We'd love to have you. But if you're not going to, and you're going to continue to use fluoride and eat GMO corn, and the list is a lot bigger than just GMO corn, by the way. There's a lot of things. But yeah, if you're just going to keep doing that and be naive, then I don't know. It's a free country. You can do whatever you want. There's nothing I can do about that. You're in charge of you. If you still think you're being a victim, I'm a victim. I'm not in control. Okay. No, I'm not the one that's gonna tell you you're not a victim. Who is anyone to tell someone else that they're not a victim? We get victimized. The difference is a victim means you are a victim, and there's nowhere to go from that. You are a victim. That's the way it is. Whereas if you're being victimized, you can say, I was victimized. Okay, I've been victimized until this moment. From now on, I'm going to stop being victimized. So how do I do that? And these start questions. How do I do that? Why am I being victimized? What can I do to change it? How am I going to get through this? And then look yourself in the mirror. And when we look ourselves in the mirror, we go, okay, I love myself. I want to work through this. I don't want to be a victim anymore. I'm going to try again. And you get up, you hit your head. Okay, I failed. Try again. Okay, I'm depressed. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to rest. Okay, now I'm feeling better. Eat good food. Try again. But if you're a victim, there's nowhere to go from there. You're just, if you've been victimized and you choose, it's a choice. Unfortunately, it's not easy. If you choose to live inside of that, I did. I was victimized a lot. One day I'll start talking. I'm open to talk about all of the things, but I have a lot of stories. Stories are created in the ego, but anyways, I lived as a victim for 17 years. So I say I was depressed for 17 years. That would be 14 until 31. Really, it's hard. I started pulling myself out of depression around 31. I really worked at it, tried for a long time. 18 years old is when it got really bad, and from 18 to 25, I blacked out my life. I don't even remember. Like, I remember I looked at 18 years old till 25, and I looked back at it, and I could only remember, at one point, I could only remember 6 things that happened. I blacked it all out. So as far as getting through this, and I had head injuries, and I had physical abuse, and I got robbed 3 times in a year. I'd wake up every morning and puke. I lost 35 pounds. I was, and so the fact that I'm even still here, I would have killed myself. I died. Like, I wouldn't, but my family loved me so much, so I stayed alive. So really, being there for people and showing them that unconditional love saves lives. No questions asked. I know for a fact it saved my life. I would have fucking killed myself. But as it is, I never planned to kill myself or anything else. I just was so depressed, and I stare at the walls like, imagine this. Let's try, say, 20 seconds. Imagine that for 17 years or whatever. So what happens is people who have been through a lot of depression and victimized have a high level of empathy. If someone's judging you, giving you a hard time, they probably haven't been through as much as you. People who have been through a lot tend to have a high level of understanding. It means they care. They go, oh my god, that must be tough for you. That's someone who's been through a lot. If they're going, oh, look at that fucking blah, blah, that's someone who hasn't been through shit. That's not a fact. It's just my opinion. And there's a, um, you know, it doesn't mean it's across the board. I'm sure there's someone who's been through way more than I have that's judgmental as fuck, but they're still playing victim. That's the difference. If you're still playing victim, you're judging other people. If you got on top of your shit and you start loving yourself and you do whatever you want in life, why would I call someone out on anything? I'm so happy being alive. I'm so happy being loving to other people and supportive of people. Why the fuck would I tell anyone else that they sucked or anything? Why would I waste my time on that? I know where that goes. It's a slippery slope. Being depressed, being negative, it's such a slippery slope. I'm not gonna fuck with that shit, man. That is dangerous. That's like fucking, yeah, you might as well smoke crack cocaine. If you want to be negative and focus on negative and judge other people and blame other people for your problems, whatever it is, no matter what your problem is, no matter what you're feeling, anger, sadness, no matter what it is, it's your problem. It is not anyone else's. It doesn't matter if they abused you. They kicked me in the face. And I saw that guy. The guy that kicked me in the face. First of all, I'm not going to mention his name. Are you kidding me? But, and secondly, I just saw him in the summertime a couple months ago. And I have no hard feelings for him. Yeah, he held me down and booted me in the face. I don't want revenge. Shit happens. I don't know if he learned his lesson or not. I hope so. I don't know what lesson it would be. You know, kicking people in the face isn't good. But he was sticking up for his friend. The reason why I got involved is because I was sticking up for my friend. So, shit happens. Maybe I shouldn't drink alcohol and go to the bar, and then that wouldn't have happened. So I just look at myself in the mirror. If you want to walk around blaming other people for your problems, it's not gonna solve them. In fact, you're gonna create more problems, unfortunately. Because now you're hurting people. And now they have a reason to go out and hurt people. And then it's perpetual. It's perpetual. You perpetuate the pain. So the only way to stop it, you'll watch Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is great. Gandhi is great. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela went to prison for like 27 years? Or like 17 years? 27? So I was talking about depression for 17 years. Nelson Mandela went to prison. Crazy African prison for fucking 27 years. I'm gonna look at how many years it was. But he got out and was forgiving to everyone. So I don't care what happened to you. What the fuck what do you think happened to you that... Let's just see how long he went to prison for. I don't know what you think happened to you in your life that you can justify. 27 years. That you can justify holding a grudge or hating someone. Nelson Mandela went to prison for 27 years when he was basically, I mean, he was blowing up. I don't know what he blew up. He blew up buildings or something like that. But you look at what was happening in South Africa. It was apartheid. I don't even know a lot of details. I've watched movies on it and documentaries. I have studied it, but it's vast, and I don't have very much details on it. But basically, that man went to prison for trying to defend his people, and came out and had nothing but empathy and wanting to unite people. So I don't know who you think you are. I don't know. My point is, though, is that viewing the good in people and empathizing for what they may have been through, pretty much the only way to do it. If you're not doing that, you're pretty much naive across the board. That's pretty much my opinion. Right now, I have had different people ostracize me and different people pick on me and stuff like that. So what's my solution? I need to not be affected by the way So that means if someone comes up to me and spits on me and tells me I'm a fucking piece of shit, if I get mad, my problem. It's true. I can choose not to go there. I can choose to see that person coming and be alert, be aware, be a cognitive function to be aware and alert, and I can avoid that person if I want. Or I can choose to see that they're in pain. I can be like, wow, this person's in a lot of pain. I empathize, and maybe I can strategize to. This is how I think. I can strategize to try and help bridge the gap, to try and find out why they hate me so much, and maybe I can try and help that and make it so we can bring it together. That's how I look at it. But it's certainly not, because what's the alternative to that? They're hating me, so I hate them back. What am I, fucking Israel blaming Palestine? Which, by the way, what happens, but it's too vast. I wouldn't be so bold as to say Israel is completely in the wrong and they're like evil or anything like that. No, that said, Israel's pretty much in the wrong and they're pretty fucked up. I don't know what is going through their heads. I know they're funded by the richest people in the world, whereas Palestinians are not. I think to me it's crazy for someone to, maybe because I have white skin, so then some people might automatically try and jump on Israel's side. That's insane. That's insanity. I don't understand why people, but nonviolent communication. There's a man from Detroit, of all places, so imagine what the fuck he's been through, because Detroit is crazy. Look up nonviolent communication. This man is, what the hell is his name again? Mathers. I think he's got, does he have the same name as Eminem? Anyways, nonviolent communication. He's opening up schools. He's trying to bring Israel and Palestine together. This man is like Jesus. Oh, that's funny. Israel, Jesus. Yeah, he's got great workshops. I watched it for hours about listening and hearing and asking questions. Why do you feel like that? What have I done? If someone's like, you're a piece of shit. Wow, it appears as if you're angry at me, and I'm curious, is there something that I've done to hurt you? Is there anything I can do to try and help you alleviate? If you speak like that to someone, there's nothing people can do, really. If someone says you're a fucking piece of shit and I go fuck you, it justifies their action. They can be like, he's a piece of shit, and if I'm yelling at them in their face, it's totally justifiable. So my suggestion is, don't justify people's hate, or else it's your hate. Always look at yourself in the mirror. It is your problem. I want to eat some fresh berries, and I put walnuts in it and fresh local honey, and I eat goat yogurt. Goat yogurt, fresh local honey, walnuts, fresh picked berries. Well, they're frozen, but I picked them. Apparently, I have picked blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, and huckleberries, and I filled my freezer. I didn't get as much as I wanted, but I got lots of blackberries, luckily, because otherwise I'd be low on berries right now. Apparently, Caslow, where I live, is called, the native word for Caslow is black. So I met some Kootenai native, the Kootenai native tribe that own native Ainsworth Hot Springs now, and they were building a boat. So I went over there and I talked to the guys. Really nice guys. I really love native people. If I was to be racist in any way, it would be, I'm not, but it would be towards white people. I'm not. I'm white, so what the fuck. I just love minorities. I fucking love them. I don't know why. I don't know what what that connection is, but anyway. And then so I met these two brothers. They're from the Kootenai tribe, which I thought was so cool. I'm like, you guys are Kootenai Indians? You guys are from here? You're from here? I was like, you're the fucking best. I didn't do that, because he's just some dude. He's no different than me. But, well, maybe are white people even from this planet? Who knows? But I went and picked blackberries when I saw them, and then I went and gave them a bowl of blackberries. And I thought in my head, because I learned the day before that Caslo was called blackberry. So here I gave the Kootenai natives a bowl of blackberries in Caslo, and then told them that Caslo actually means blackberry. And he was like, really? It does? And I was like, yeah. He's like, whoa, what language is that in? I'm like, I don't know. Snayaks, maybe? Because this is the Kootenai tribe, which are actually based out of Cranbrook, which is the East Kootenays. I'm not sure. The Kootenai tribe, I think, used to come and go from this area, whereas the Snayaks were full-time. And only recently now the Snayaks have been accepted that they actually exist, because the Canadian government suggested that they made it that they were extinct, like no more. But now I guess somehow they proved in court that they exist. Such a weird process. There's so much layers. At the end of the day, saying that a people is extinct is genocide. Extincting these people. And then admitting that they're not. It's like, I don't know. This government, I don't know what. I just don't know. There's so much to know. So it's like you tried to make them extinct and you realize, whoops, we weren't quite able to. Sorry about that. There's like 4 of you. Oh, sorry about that. Here, I don't know. That's messed up. I don't know. So much I don't know. Look at this beard. I cut my own hair. I just grabbed a pair of scissors and I just cut it. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. People spend like how much on a hairdo? There's people who think that I'm crazy and label me crazy who spend $100 on a haircut. Okay, I'm getting tired. I want to eat yogurt.